So today I just want to talk about a topic that has been going around social media as of late. And we all know about the Brooklyn Nets situation and how that situation has been handled, of course. But people have been comparing with LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin going to Brooklyn. They have been comparing it to the Kobe and Chris Paul situation. And I just want to talk about why that argument is not very valid. But right before I start, if you guys want to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate that. But with that being said, let's get right to the video. So, like I said before, Chris Paul was supposed to, or he was traded to the Lakers, and he was going to be paired with Kobe Bryant. But David Stern basically canceled that trade, and I'm going to explain to you guys what happened. So just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, in 2011 Chris Paul was traded to the Lakers for a package of Lamar Odom going to the Hornets, and the Houston Rockets would receive Pau Gasol and older Pau to be exact. But this trade was vetoed by David Stern, the commissioner, and people look at it, okay, Adam Silver is the commissioner right now, if you guys don't know. But they look at it as, why can't Adam Silver veto this trade? Because not trade, because they signed on a buyout deal. But they are like, why can't Adam Silver step into this and like stop these signings from happening? Just like how David Stern stopped the trade. But you guys may not know this, but David Stern was basically the owner of the Hornets at the time, because the Hornets, they did not have an owner, they did not have an ownership. So basically the NBA owned that team. So just put it like this: if you are an owner of a team and you see a trade that either you think you may not like or you think you can get a better offer for, are you still going to make that trade? Because in that case, they were getting Lamar Odom and other pieces for Chris Paul. And Chris Paul was very good in 2011, just in case you guys don't know. But people on Twitter, I don't know why they're comparing it to the situation, because the people who are, I feel like they don't know much about what actually happened in the situation. David Stern, he owned the Hornets at the time, because they're now the Pelicans. But if you are an owner, you're not going to let a trade just go through if you don't like it, of course, just like any other general manager would. But people are like, oh, okay, so that happened. So why can't Adam Silver stop this from happening? Because what they're doing is legal. People do have problems with it, of course, because they feel like that's a whole nother topic for another video. But they feel like when these big names are bought out, the bigger markets have a higher chance of actually getting them, and it's not fair to the smaller markets. And that's like I said, that's another topic for another video. But you can't compare this situation to that, because it's just not comparable. And if you want to say, basically, the people who are saying this don't want to see Brooklyn win a championship. And even I'm one of those people, but because I'm a Bucks fan, obviously. But the Brooklyn Nets they did not get much better, or not, they did get better, but they didn't get championship, or they're the championship favorites better with adding Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge on minimum deals, to be more exact. Even though that is a good signing for them and it should help, the thing that people don't understand is they are not in their primes anymore. Sure, Blake is throwing out a dunk from there and there after not dunking since 2019. LaMarcus can still be a good piece for them, but people are looking at their names and saying, oh, they got this guy, oh, that's unfair, especially on a minimum deal. And like I said before, the people who are making the argument saying, oh, they should be talking about how these big markets are getting these big names off of the buyout market, especially like the Lakers with Andre Drummond. Sure, but it's not something you can compare to the Kobe Lakers and the Chris Paul trade, because it's just, you just simply can't compare it. And you can try to make an argument saying, oh, but it's just not fair. Okay, if you feel that way, then nobody can stop you from feeling that way. But Brooklyn Nets fans are happy, I can tell you that. They have 40 plus all-star appearances on that roster for sure. And it's just, I don't know, these teams, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But for the people all over Twitter talking about the Lakers and Hornets trade that went down, those people literally just don't know what they're talking about. And I'm sorry, but you just have to look into the situation more before you actually start making those type of tweets. But with that being said, that will be the end of today's video. Just let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this Brooklyn team? Because it obviously is a very strong team, especially with KD, Kyrie, and Harden. And just to say this real quick, it did work out a lot better than I did, apparently. You know, obviously they had talks about would those three be able to work with each other, especially when Harden was traded to the Nets. But it has definitely worked out, as you can tell. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.